When someone is arrested, bail is often set by the court as a way to ensure they return for their court dates. Bail is basically a promise, money or property, that shows you will appear in court. If you can't afford bail, it means you might have to stay in jail until your case is resolved. Bail is not a punishment, it's a way to protect society and make sure you don't run away. Bail is usually set within 24 to 48 hours after arrest during the arraignment. The judge looks at whether you are a flight risk or a danger to the community. If the judge thinks you might not come back to court or could harm others, bail may be higher or denied altogether. If you cannot pay the bail amount, there are options like release on your own recognizance, SVAR, or where no money is needed but you promise to appear in court. Also, bail bondsmen may help by posting bail for a fee. However, until you are released, you may remain in jail, which can be difficult and stressful. Understanding how bail works is important, especially if money is tight. Getting legal advice early can make a big difference in your situation. Bail amounts. The amount of bail set by the judge depends on several things. Judges look at how serious the crime is, your criminal history, and whether you are likely to flee. If you have missed court dates before, the bail will be higher or may be denied. The judge also thinks about whether you are a danger to society. Bail is not meant to punish you, but to make sure you return to court. Sometimes, the bail can be very high, which makes it hard for many people to pay. If you cannot afford the full bail amount, you might stay in jail until your case ends. In some cases, the judge can lower bail if your lawyer asks. Your attorney can explain your situation and show you are not a flight risk. This can help reduce the amount you need to pay. It's important to know that bail should never be set to punish you for your crime. Its main purpose is to protect the community and ensure you attend all your court hearings. If you don't pay bail, you must stay in jail, which can affect your job, family, and daily life. Bail bondsman. If you cannot pay the full bail amount set by the court, a bail bondsman can help you get out of jail. A bail bondsman is a person or company that pays the bail for you in exchange for a fee, usually about 10% of the total bail amount. For example, if your bail is 10,000, you might pay the bondsman 30,000 to post the full bail. The bondsman takes responsibility for your appearance in court. If you fail to show up, the bondsman will try to find you and may ask law enforcement to arrest you. This means it's very important to follow all court dates and rules. Bail bondsmen consider your criminal history and assets before agreeing to help. If they think you are likely to run away, they may refuse. Using a bail bondsman can be expensive, and the fee you pay is usually non-refundable even if your case is later dropped. It's important to speak with your attorney about your options. Sometimes there are alternatives to using a bondsman, like release on your own recognizance, which can save you money and stress. Release options. If you cannot afford bail, don't lose hope because there are other ways to be released from jail. One common way is called release on own recognizance, WAROR, or own recognizance SOR bond. This means the court trusts you to return for all your court dates without having to pay any money up front. Instead, you sign a promise that you will come back to court. Judges usually offer this option to people with no criminal record, strong ties to the community, or who face minor charges. Another option is a non-monetary bond, where certain conditions may be set instead of money. For example, you might be required to check in regularly with a probation officer, attend drug or alcohol treatment programs, or stay within a certain area. These conditions help the court feel confident you won't run away or commit more crimes. Sometimes, the court may lower your bail amount if your attorney files a motion to reduce it. This is especially helpful if you can show you are not a flight risk or a danger to the community. Your lawyer may explain your financial situation, family ties, job, and any positive steps you are taking, such as community service or drug treatment. If none of these options work and you still cannot pay bail or use a bondsman, you may have to stay in jail until your trial or case is resolved. This can be very stressful and may affect your job, family, and daily life. But remember, spending time in jail does not mean you are guilty. It only means you cannot pay bail. Always talk to your attorney as soon as possible to explore all available release options. A good lawyer will fight to get you out of jail quickly, help you understand the conditions, and work to protect your rights throughout the process. Knowing your release options can make a big difference in how you handle your case and how you prepare for court. Jail time risk. If you can't afford bail and don't qualify for release options like OR bond, you may have to stay in jail while waiting for your case to be resolved. This time in jail is called pretrial detention. Being in jail can be very difficult because it affects your freedom, work, family, and daily life. Jail is not meant to punish you before a conviction, it is just to ensure you don't skip court. However, spending days, weeks, or even months in jail before your trial can cause many problems. You might lose your job or housing, and it can be stressful and dangerous. Your attorney will try to reduce the time you spend in jail by asking the court to lower bail or by finding alternative release options. Sometimes, showing good behavior, community ties, or taking programs like drug treatment can help convince the judge. Remember, not being able to pay bail does not mean guilt. It means you face financial challenges. Staying calm, following the advice of your attorney, and preparing your case well can improve your chances of a better outcome. Attorney help. Having a skilled attorney is very important if you can't afford bail. Your lawyer can explain your financial situation to the court and ask for a lower bail amount or for release on your own recognizance. They know the legal system and how to negotiate with judges and prosecutors. An attorney can also help you understand your rights and the bail process. They will guide you on what to say and what not to say to police or court officials, which can protect you from making mistakes that harm your case. If bail is set too high, your attorney can file motions to reduce it or ask for alternative release options. They can work to get you out of jail quickly so you can focus on preparing your defense. Having an attorney also gives you someone who will communicate with the court, check on your case progress, and fight for the best outcome. They are your strongest ally in navigating the challenges of bail and criminal charges. Always hire a lawyer you trust and who has experience with bail issues. Long-term effects. Not being able to afford bail and staying in jail can have long-lasting effects on your life. Even if you are later found not guilty, the time spent in jail may have caused you to lose your job, housing, or strained family relationships. A criminal record, even for minor offenses, can hurt your chances of finding work or housing in the future. Employers and landlords often run background checks and may refuse applications based on your record. Failing to appear in court because you couldn't pay bail or didn't understand the process can lead to more serious consequences, like higher bail, warrants for your arrest, or additional charges. Getting legal help early can reduce these risks. Your attorney can help you understand the consequences of bail decisions and guide you to programs that may help expunge or seal your record after your case is done. Remember, bail is just one part of the legal process, and being proactive with your defense can protect your future. Thanks for watching! If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button so you never miss important legal tips. What do you think is the biggest challenge when someone can't afford bail? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story could help others. Stay tuned for our next video should you hire a private attorney or use a public defender.